Yes, I know. Once again, we find ourselves in a predicament, difficult predicament, challenging predicament. Am Yisrael, the Jewish people in Israel, are at war again. But it shouldn't surprise us. This is the long story of the Jewish people consistently. We always have challenges that are in front of us and challenges that we have yet to overcome, both in terms of reminding ourselves in the past and in terms of catapulting ourselves to the future. And the question that has always been the response to the Jewish people consistently is, what is the message that we should learn from what's going on around us? And the message also seems to be consistent. In this week's Torah portion of Parshat Tisa, the Jewish people subscribe to the Egel HaZahav, the golden calf. And ultimately, Moshe Rabbeinu comes and breaks the luchot. He breaks the tablets that he was going to give Am Yisrael, essentially the Torah that he was going to hand them. And then God says to him, "Psol lecha shnei luchot avanim karishonim." I want you, Moshe, to write new tablets. They should come from you. And the point is, as the Meshech Chochmah points out, that ultimately there is holiness in this world, but the holiness of everything emanates from Hashem. The Jewish people felt that they could place holiness into a golden calf. The Jewish people felt that perhaps the holiness is in the luchot, in the tablets themselves. Moshe breaks the tablets, not as a sign of rebellion, and perhaps not as a sign of frustration, but perhaps as a sign to teach the Jewish people. Kedusha, holiness, is not in an item. It's not in a specific physicality. It's in a situation. It's in a predicament. It's in the response that we have to various things that go on around us. Everything that transpires around us is supposed to be in our wholehearted commitment to understand that it is a fulfillment of subscribing to God. Everything that goes on around us is ultimately from Hashem above. And that's what we're supposed to be reminded of, regardless of what happens around us. Moshe breaks the luchot, and God tells him, you write the new luchot. So that there's an understanding that Kedusha, holiness, doesn't come from what is written. It doesn't come from a physical substance, but it comes from our subscription to it, from our adhering to the Torah and mitzvot that you write. So too, this war should remind us that ultimately everything is in the hands of Hashem. All things that go on around us, including challenges, and that which ensues, is from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, which should bring us closer to our faith and our subscription. Shabbat Shalom.